welcome to Thursday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and I guess we could call it Thursday's Market Wrap-Up since the market is closed for tomorrow. And thank God, because I don't think it would be pretty at all trading tomorrow. I'm wearing my my Tony Montana "Say Hello to My Little Friend" shirt for a reason. It's official. I'm changing my strategic mindset from cautiously bullish. We're bearish, folks. We broke the 50-day moving average with some airspeed. Like I said earlier in the week, I said if we break this, all bets are off, folks. And now it's we're going to pound this thing into the dirt, just like Tony Montana did. I covered a great hedge the other day using an SPX bear put spread for about, what, $5,200 in premium. Think of this as your USAA bill, folks. You could get about $17,000 in protection. It's the 2300, 2295 bear put spread. And like I said, $5,200 worth of protection gets you about 17 grand in potential profit. It's right there at the 2,300 level, folks. I said, think of this in between the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average as no man's land. Nobody likes it in here, folks. This is World War I trench warfare. The blue line is the Allies, the red's the Germans. Nobody lives out here. So I said if we smash this thing, it's going to be with some airspeed, and the market likes round numbers. They liked, we didn't like 2,400. We almost got up to it, and we sold off. I think we might be heading down to 2,300 here, folks, and you have to have some protection on. Not only did I cover that yesterday, or I'm sorry, on Tuesday, I did a SDS bullish double vertical yesterday, 125 contracts. If you don't know what a bullish double vertical is, I'll show you where to watch the replay. So I have two hedges on right now that are green and looking good. Remember, on a day like today, as we're getting ready to head downhill, if you have all red or all green for that matter, you're trading wrong, okay? It should be a little Christmas tree-ish with a couple hedges in your portfolio, and I'm really glad that we did a full throttle session or an open house this week so you can see how we hedge, how we, Doug and I, fly around with ejection seats and, you know, like the old Wall Street adage, you really don't know who's swimming around naked until the tide goes out. Well, the tide's getting ready to go out here, and it's going to get ugly. Couple things, folks. First of all, the Moab, the mother of all bombs. It's so funny to me how stupid the media is. Like, this is breaking news, or this should lead the news. U.S. drops the largest non-nuclear bomb in Afghanistan after a Green Beret is killed. This is a Ronald Reagan headline. For those of you that were old enough, remember, I forget the year, 80-something. Yeah, it's a big range. But there was a bombing at a disco. They called it a discotheque in, I think it was Berlin. And a U.S. Army member got wounded. I don't even think he got killed. Reagan flew, first of all, the frogs in France wouldn't let us fly over France. So we flew out of England, around France, went to Libya, and even went after the guy's kids. And we had a carrier battle group also attack as well. This shouldn't be a headline, folks. Where was Obama for 8 years? Why are we not dropping these things all over the place and showing them what happened? So, again, but the market doesn't like these type of headlines or this. And I love how the media is going apeshit over Trump's flip-flops and calling them flip-flops. Folks, he's a negotiator. This is what I voted for. When he campaigned, he blasted China. When I get in there, I'm going to label him a currency manipulator. I'm going to do all this stuff. And then guess what? Would you rather have them being labeled a currency manipulator, or would you rather have not World War III in the Korean Peninsula? Why don't you answer that, idiot liberals? I can't stand the way these people think. So, yeah, he offered, hey, I'll give you a little you know, I'll come off of my broadside position on trade if you sit on your stupid little cousin there. And it looks like China is really trying to do that, and we'll see. So still looking like potential something bad happening over in the Korean Peninsula. It's got to end one way or another, folks. It either ends with North Korea throttling back. There's no way the guy's getting rid of his nukes, folks. They even China. Unless China invades and takes them, he's not giving them up. So how does this end? So again, folks, I don't want to scare the hell out of you, but it's time to head down here. The market, Wells Fargo kind of sucked with mortgages. Wells Fargo to me is is definitely a canary in the coal mine. It is it's a mom and pop bank, right? Mortgages, auto loans, small business, all that stuff. Them sucking is not a good sign. JP Morgan did well. We have a couple JP Morgan positions in our accelerated retirement and our urgent alert service. So, but they're down, right? So it was kind of a little bit of a sell on the news today, but good earnings. I can't wait to see Goldman Sachs, but it's just an overall dour day, and we're heading down. And for those of you in the Full Throttle program, we opened our doors this week to you. If you want to, Doug did a a Netflix earning trade this morning and an Ulta call calendar spread. That replay is going to be posted on this page in a little bit. Let me give you an update as to where we are. It's FT-replay. So you can head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT-replay to watch the replays of everything this week, especially my SDS hedge from yesterday and the SPX bear put spread on Tuesday. Man, you got to be hedged, guys. It's official. I'm changing my strategic mindset. We're heading down, in my opinion. If the financial earnings can't kind of lift us out of the doldrums here, we're not heading up, even if earnings are awesome. 9 charts show market bears are waking up here. Investors in Europe and the U.S. are rushing to hedge against declines. Their fear. Let me read this. Falling call skew. If you don't know what that means, you got to sign up for our Full Throttle training. We'll explain it. Indicates investors see less potential for market upside going forward, perhaps in recognition of the increased macro and political headwinds. Boom. I called it this week, guys. I told you the upside of this chart is Trump's agenda and good first quarter earnings. The downside, the right side of this chart down here says Iran, Syria, Russia, North Korea, and Trump's agenda in danger. So there is if we put those two on a scale, the scale is to the downside. We got our hedges on. Obviously, our longs are going to take a little bit of a hit, but that's why they're called longs, folks. When they do pull back like this, if we still love them, we're still in them, you add to them. You take the profits from the hedges, those bilge pumps, and you reinvest them into your longs. That's what we do here at TGO, folks, and we're going to teach you how to do that. As of me jumping on here, I think there's about 29 Full Throttle slots left. I know we have a couple support tickets about people emailing, and I have to move stuff around, and I know I've seen at least 3 voicemails, and the phone is ringing. So go to go.topgunoptions.com/FT-now. That means Full Throttle-now. And also, actually, it's easier to remember this one. Get/get-FT, meaning get full throttle, works as well, okay? Pick your defensive track, your offensive track, or obviously the best value is the max afterburner. We're still going to do our weekly options debrief at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I strongly recommend you show up because I'm going to give you a recap of why I'm turning bearish, what we're going to potentially do, and if you didn't get those hedges on, is it too late to hedge or not? I'm going to answer all those questions tomorrow. So show up 1 o'clock tomorrow for our weekly options brief and also a debrief with Doug and I if you have any questions about what we covered this week, okay? But like I said, usually on Thursday, we'll get rid of about half of those 29, and then after the brief tomorrow afternoon, where I'm going to make a special announcement, we usually fill up all of our slots by close of business tomorrow, okay? So give us a call if you have any questions, 754-300-1084, or you can shoot us an email, support@topgunoptions.com. Okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.